For this video, let's outline the solution for an nth order homogeneous differential equation if our auxiliary equation has imaginary roots. The process of solving that is of course discussed in a separate video as well. Let's try to automatically provide here the form of the solution. Take note that if we have imaginary roots, our roots would be in this form. Okay, generally you have a plus minus b I, where a is the real part and b is the imaginary part. Now, this could be true for multiple number of times if we say there are a lot of imaginary roots, and for situations where there are combinations. The solution will be in this form. Y is equal to c sub 1, any constant, e to the power of your ax. So a is the real part of your solution. And we have here cosine b of x. B is the coefficient of the imaginary part of your solution, so bx. And then we have here plus, you will have c sub 2 e to the power of ax, same. You have here sine bx. Or we can factor this component here, so this could be written in this manner: e to the power of ax times c sub 1 cosine of bx plus c sub 2 sine of bx. Okay, this is how we write the solution once we know that our solution has imaginary roots. Say for example, just example, the roots are, okay, we have two roots, right? So let's say we have here negative 1 plus minus 2i. Of course, our first root might be negative 1 plus 2i, and the second root is actually negative 1 minus 2i. But nevertheless here, our a is negative 1 and our b is 2, right? For this specific example. So our solution here will be written in this manner: y is equal to e to the power of negative 1 times x, that's your a, times c sub 1, any constant, cosine of 2x, that's 2 your b, plus c sub 2 sine, sorry, let me rewrite this one here, okay, plus c sub 2 sine of 2x, okay? Or basically, the final form is e to the power of negative x, c sub 1 cosine of 2x, plus c sub 2 sine of 2x. Now, the goal here is, how do we solve this? Of course, you will follow the solution provided in a separate video as well. But this is how we identify the solution if we can guarantee that the roots are actually imaginary. Now, I'm going to insert one thing here, and this is just a different case. What if, okay, our m is identified as, let's say, 5 minus 3i, but we plus minus 3i, and we also have a what do you call this one, let's call this m sub 3, a real root which is 4. Okay, so we have here a combination of imaginary roots and a real root which is 4. So we're going to combine the notations for both. So we'll have here y is equal to e to the power of your, by the way, your a here is 5 and your b is a 3. So you have your 5x times c sub 1 cosine of 3x plus c sub 2 sine of 3x. That's for your imaginary part. But since you have another root here, it's a combination. So we're going to add here the situation where we're writing solutions when we have distinct real roots. It's actually, in this case, c sub 3 for our third term, e to the power of 4x, okay, as your m, because we're going to write it as c sub 1 e to the power of mx, and our m is 4, and of course, we will not be using c sub 1 because we already used c sub 1 earlier, okay. We also have another situation, what if we have m sub 4, which is also 4, so it's a combination as well. But to highlight, this is what will happen if we have a combination. But returning to the original point here, this is how we write here the solution for nth order homogeneous differential equation if our auxiliary equation has imaginary roots. Thank you very much for watching.